Hello, dear students and honorable guardians. Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to online class. Hope you are doing well with the grace of Allah in this pandemic. Today I am here for taking a biology class for 9 and 10. So get ready for the class with your book and highlight markers, and please share this class to your friends more and more. Dear students, let's see a picture. What occurs in green plants in the presence of sunlight, carbon dioxide, water, and carbohydrate? Can you tell the name of this process? Okay, let's see another picture. Here solar energy convert into chemical energy, chloroplast, green leaves, ATP and NADH2 for cell. Yes, you are right. So our today's topic is photosynthesis. So at the end of this lesson, you will be able to define what is photosynthesis, write the equation of photosynthesis, describe the process of photosynthesis, and explain C3 and C4 plants. So let's start our class. We have seen a video of photosynthesis. So what is photosynthesis? The process by which green plants produces their own food, that means carbohydrate type of foods, by use of carbon dioxide and water in the presence of sunlight and chlorophyll. This process is known as photosynthesis. See the equation: 6 carbon dioxide, 12 water, presence of light and chlorophyll, C6H12O6, that means carbohydrate or glucose, and oxygen and water. Here oxygen and water is produced as byproduct. You know that all the energy comes from sunlight, and there are thousands of reactions occurring inside our body. So energy is needed for, and we get energy from this carbohydrate. This photosynthesis is known as oxidation reduction process, because here oxygen is oxidized and carbon dioxide is reduced. So what are the required materials for this photosynthesis? Let's see. Sunlight, carbon dioxide, water, this is the main materials. And if you cut the cross section of a leaf and observe under the microscope, you will see this is the transverse section of a leaf. Okay, the upper part is known as cuticle, the upper epidermis. Below this upper epidermis, there is two types of parenchymatous cell. First one is palisade parenchyma, below spongy parenchyma. See, this palisade and spongy parenchyma, this contains more chlorophyll, and this altogether known as mesophyll tissue. So this is the main site, that is mesophyll tissue of leaf is the main site of occurring photosynthesis. We have learned the process of photosynthesis. Plants produces food in the presence of sunlight and chlorophyll by using carbon dioxide and water. But do you know how this carbon dioxide enters inside the chloroplast? This carbon dioxide from atmosphere is absorbed through the stomata and to the same chloroplasts. This is the structure of chloroplast. We have learned about this in chapter 2. The inner membrane of the chloroplast, there are some plate-like structures. Each plate-like structure is known as Granum disc or thylakoid. And this is the site of photosynthesis. What is the stomata? Below the lower epidermis, there is a hole-like structure covering by two guard cells is known as stomata, and through this stomata, carbon dioxide enters inside the chloroplast. In the daytime, this chloroplast will be open, and night time it will be closed. Another point, in aquatic plants absorb this carbon dioxide which is dissolved in water. So this presence of carbon dioxide in the atmosphere and water is 0.03% and 0.3% respectively. So where is the rate of photosynthesis is more? Yes, the rate of photosynthesis is higher or more in aquatic plants than that of land plants. So dear students, here we know about some points. First of one, in the process of photosynthesis, oxygen and water is produced as byproduct. This is the oxygen reduction process. And third one, the percentage of carbon dioxide is aquatic plants is more, and the main site of photosynthesis is the mesophyll tissue of leaf. So in this process, these two process occurs in two part of the cell. First one is light reaction center is Granum bricks or thylakoid, which is present in the chloroplast, and second one, that is dark reaction, is takes place in stroma. Now the process of photosynthesis. Photosynthesis is a long and complex process. In 1905, British physiologist Beckman first discovered this process, and according to him, this process divided into two: light phase and dark phase, or light dependent phase and dark dependent phase. Light dependent phase. In this phase, light is required. Through this process, solar energy convert into chemical energy, and ATP, adenosine triphosphate, and NADPH plus H2, that is nicotinamide adenine dinucleotide phosphate, which is reduced, are produced. This energy is converted into ATP. So production of ATP and NADPH plus H2, in this case chlorophyll has a great role, because this chlorophyll molecule first absorbs the photons from the sunlight and produces this ATP and NADH2. In light dependent phase, what reactions will occur? First, light energy turns into chemical energy. Secondly, photophosphorylation. Third, photolysis of water. And last one is assimilatory power. Now I will describe about these four reactions. Let's see. This Pi, that means chlorophyll molecules, absorb this photon from the sunlight and added with ADP, that means adenosine diphosphate, and produces ATP, that is adenosine triphosphate. Previously you have learned, when this third phosphate of ADP, Pi added with this ADP, then 7.3 kilocalorie energy is stored. So the process of this production of ATP by added with ADP and IP in the presence of light and chlorophyll is known as photophosphorylation. How ATP is formed? ADP plus IP in the presence of solar energy and chlorophyll and produces ATP, and this process is known as photophosphorylation. And this ATP is reverse system, that when the energy is released, then their ADP and Pi again produced. Next stage is photolysis of water. In this stage, oxygen, hydrogen and electrons are produced through the hydrolysis of water with the help of sunlight or solar energy and chlorophyll, and this process is known as photolysis of water. And next stage is, or last stage is, assimilatory power. ATP produced through the process of photophosphorylation, you know previous, and the electrons reduce NADP and produces NADPH plus H. This H plus comes from the breakdown of water, this hydrogen, and this NADP added with this H plus and produces NADPH2 or NADPH plus H2. Both are correct, you can write any one. So this ATP and NADPH plus H is altogether known as, but this process is known as assimilatory power. Dear students, we have learned that in light dependent phase, three reactions will occur. First one, photophosphorylation. Second one, photolysis of water, and third one is assimilatory power. That means in the light phase, produces of ATP and NADPH plus H2, this all together known as assimilatory power. Students, please note down this in your copy and underline this in your book, because these 3 points are very important for your knowledge based and realization based question. So you understood, I hope. In light independent phase, water produced in this phase by using this ATP and NADH2, carbon dioxide is reduced and produces carbohydrate type of food. And these carbon dioxide reductions occurs in three-way: Calvin-Basham cycle or C3 pathway, Hatch-Slag cycle or C4 pathway, and CAM or casuation acid metabolism. Now Calvin cycle or C3 cycle. Calvin, Basham and Benson, three scientists discovered this cycle, and 1961 Calvin got the Nobel Prize for this C3 cycle, and according to Calvin, this cycle also known as Calvin cycle. What happens in this process? First stable compound is 3-phosphoglyceric acid, and according to this 3-phosphoglyceric acid, this cycle is known as C3 cycle. And though Calvin is discovered, and according to his name, this cycle also known as Calvin cycle. This is the structure of 3-phosphoglyceric acid. Secondly, carbohydrate produces most of the plants. That means most of the plants is producing carbohydrate this process. And rate of photosynthesis is lower. Many points are about it, that means many characteristics about this point, they are lower, and adaptation capacity is less. So this is the C3 cycle, and this cycle takes place which plants? These plants are C3 plants. Let's see the examples of C3 plants. Paddy, wheat, sunflower, millet, that means barley, and soybean. These are the examples of C3 cycle or C3 plants. C4 cycle or Hatch-Slag. In 1966, two Australian scientists, M.D. Hatch and C.R. Slag, first discovered this process, and where occurred, that means the plants where occurred this cycle, these plants are known as C4 plants. What happens in these plants? In this first stable compound, in this case, first stable compound is 4-oxaloacetic acid, reminding 4-oxaloacetic acid. That's why this cycle is known as C4 cycle, and this is the formula of 4-oxaloacetic acid. Secondly, carbohydrate produces in glass type of plants, and the rate of photosynthesis is higher in this cycle than C3 cycle. And C4 plant, in this case of C4 plant, C3 cycle and C4 cycle is continuous process, that means occurs in all together. See the examples of C4 plants: sugarcane, grass, different types of grass, amaranthus, that means data shaft, and this is the Buddha grass, and this maize. These are the examples of C4 plants. So dear students, we have learned what is C3 cycle and C4 cycle, and what do you mean by C3 plants and C4 plants. Dear students, now you will do individual work at your home. What is meant by C3 and C4 plants you have learned about just now. So I hope you will prepare this. Now is the time to evaluate. So what we have learned in this chapter. What is photosynthesis? Which one is the produced as byproduct in photosynthesis? Which phase is the main site of photosynthesis? What is meant by photophosphorylation? What is photolysis? What is assimilatory power? Which substance is the first stable compound of C3 and C4 plants, and what are the examples of C4 plants? We will learn about this. Dear students, we have learned how carbohydrate type of food are produced in the process of photosynthesis. So, what is the process? Explain about it. This is your homework. Explain the process of producing carbohydrate in the process of photosynthesis. Dear students, thank you for attending my class, and I hope you all understood these lessons properly. And if you have any queries,